G'day, so welcome back. Today we're going to be doing brake, steering, suspension, petrol tank, couple other things. Basically the underneath of this Mazda. I've got almost everything I need, and I've got another surprise that I found too, which is pretty cool. So we've got a nice little collection of stuff here, as you can see, and all this has to go on the Mazda. So let's talk about what all this cost me, right? Because like we said from the beginning, this is a budget as it gets build. So these wheels, 4 wheels and tires, I picked them up on Facebook Marketplace for $500, believe it or not. Thank you very much, that guy down in Wollongong. You have an awesome garage, and thank you for taking me through it, letting me see your beautiful cars. Now he also supplied me the suspension down there. So this is the suspension, this is the rear one. He's already packed these. I don't think he's ever driven on them. You can see the bushes don't even have a mark on them. So these are King Springs with XLG KYB gas shocks. He gave me the front springs and the front shock absorbers, which have to be put into the old shocks. That cost me $300. I got a couple tins of paint for quick rebuilds. I think that was about 60 bucks. I have a spare pair of front shocks. I bought these years ago with a banana cross member. Rotary guys will know what a banana cross member is. It's a genuine Rx2 cross member. And I've kept them, and I've just got them here in case I need something off them. Okay, so I've got a bunch of steering components here. I've got wheel bearings. I think I need that for the clutch pedal. I had a different size in mine. I needed a new one, so I bought this one. I'm hoping it works. You got everything here: idler arms, tie rod ends, ball, wheel bearings, etc. We got the rear brakes. I don't have any brake drums. I've only got the shoes. I do have 2 diffs, and one is a locker diff, by the way, but we'll pass Rego first and then we'll talk about that, okay? This is for the rear line, this is for the front lines. Now, I've come into a bit of a predicament with the front brakes. So originally I was going to run just standard brakes, just to get it on the road. That was my cheapest option. And then, I don't know if you guys remember, if you watch my other videos, you remember I got that lot of Rx2 parts, or Capella parts, Capella Rx2 parts, with the engine and the 13B turbo manifold, and what I thought was half a brake kit, which I've got all the pieces that I've got down here. And let's just go through that for a sec, because I thought they were standard discs when I bought them. And yesterday when I pulled everything out just to see what I have here, I noticed something that I didn't notice before. So the plan was to use these ones that I got for free, essentially, or $100 for everything that I got that day. And I was going to use these, but can you see the difference? Surely you can. This is a vented disc and it's much thicker. So what I thought, well, I thought I had half the brake kit. I think I have the whole brake kit. So I feel compelled to do the brake upgrade. See, that's a different hub. Well, it's modified, grinded down. I don't know, there's something going on. Anyway, so I'm thinking this is gonna fit. So I'm gonna try it. The other thing I have is this petrol tank from an Rx2. Now I say Rx2 or Capella RE because the Rx2 has a bigger fuel tank than a Capella. This tank I bought maybe 15 years ago for 50 bucks, and it's been sitting in storage ever since. My one does have a dent in the bottom of it, which is the main reason I bought another tank, but I mean, God knows what my tank looks like inside anyway. This one is a good tank. Check out the size of this turbo Ben gave me. Wow. Thanks, Ben. All I need now is a bus. So I've spent the last couple of days tracing wires in this engine bay. The wiring didn't go too well. We no longer talk about wiring on this channel. We'll leave that for the end. But anyway, today we're going to start pulling out all this front suspension and arms and other crap. Pull out all this crap and see what I'm missing and see what I'm not missing and see if we can put it back together. thought this might be a good idea. This car did have no steering at one stage, and I managed to get it all working again, so we did have to replace the steering column and a bunch of other things, but we did get it working. I have so many tools and I can't seem to find a 21mm spanner, so don't judge me. I'm not a mechanic. I just do dumb shit. Oh well, that worked. That way, you gotta go that way. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Yeah, that's right, whatever. When using a shifter, I've always learnt to, the hard way that is. I'm gonna have to buy some cotter pins. Look at that screwdriver bend. I can't believe these are actually coming apart. Simple car, I suppose. Another one bites dust. If you haven't worked it out, we're just sort of learning as we go. My hands are getting too old to be bashing things. Oh, got the camera, got the bolt, got everything. Almost. There she goes. So I'm just going to pull this apart slowly because I'm not sure how to get everything off yet. So we'll get rid of this caliper. Thought that might help. Can't see it, but I can feel it. At least I thought I could. It's not very tight, so that's good. Well, in that case, we're going to undo the bottoms first. Oh yeah, that doesn't like it. It doesn't like it, but you may get it off like that. Looks like another spanner job. And not a ratchet spanner one. What a pain in the ass. It's the never-ending bolt. And we have two different size bolts. Did we undo the right one? I think we did. I can just move it. Now we can undo this. Now we can try and get this shitty caliper off. There we go. Crusty. So I got out both the struts and the calipers, and we'll keep pulling out the rest of this crap. Let's take out the sway bar. 23mm now? 20, yeah, 23. Both sides. I got better brackets too. Still don't have the stuff for the sway bar, the bushes. Don't have them yet. Is that just... Maybe I'll whack each side off. Put some juice. That worked. Next, I just want to pull out these two bolts. They do also have nuts on the other side. So I might have to stop them from spinning somehow. Oh yeah, that's spinning. Does control your steering, I guess. It's the first time I've ever done any suspension like this. I've never done something as old as this. Much easier than I thought it was going to come apart. So that's really good. I think maybe I spoke too soon. Oh no, it's turning. This side, same sort of deal. I remember when I put this thing on, this was very, very hard to get right. But anyway, we got to take it off. I do not want to stuff this up. It's the smallest ratchet in the world, and I wonder why I can't undo it. This one might even be a call a friend situation. It'll be easy, that's it. These old cars are easy. Man, these are not even turning. Alright, call on a friend. I don't have many. See that? I need you to stop that from turning when I turn it. But I need to get in there also. See, it's not straight, so you don't hold it like that because it's not straight. You hold it like this. You might want to use two hands. Get a good grip, it's going to get hard. It's old. Alright, let's see if we can do it. Otherwise, I don't know, pull the engine back out and use a rattle gun. Is it turning? Yeah. If I need a bigger lever. Anyway, I'm going to try it. Ready? Yeah. There we go. It cracked. Let me do a little bit more. It works as well. Alright. Now we've got to do the other two.
Huh?
Do the other two next to it. Alright. Can you pick up my nut?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what Thank you very much for your help. I couldn't have done it without you.
You're welcome.
You were the yin to my yang. Oh, the whole fucking steering column's coming out. Do you not want to break that thing? Oh, I think maybe that's all it needed. think I'm a fool. I'm a dead set fool. Take this out completely. Just because I can. If I do one that way, and I do one this way, that will collapse and fall and break everything up. It's moving. Doesn't like it, but it moved. Where's the lube? Everything works better with lube. No, lube's not that good. It'll come, it's coming, it's gonna fall and pop a big bang. Let's put a rag underneath it so I don't feel as bad about bashing the crap out of it. Okay. At this point, if it falls, I won't care. It is coming out though. Sure, there's a better way than this to do it, but you know, I'm an idiot. It's halfway, man. Yeah, this is the tool they made for it, isn't it? I'm sure they made a tool that's real similar to this. You just need a bigger one. That's the problem. Alright, so I have to get a bigger steering box remover than this. We're going to have issues. Oh, look at that. Anyway, if you want, I'm going to start selling these on my eBay store. Steering box remover. It's not even all the way out. Remove no more, it's done. It's done all this removing. If anything, it's now making it worse. Steering box remover version 2, adjustable shaft. Definitely didn't need to open it up that much. No big, no job too big. No job that it can do at all. I knew that was going to happen. But on another note, this is rubbish. So I have this arm here. I don't have a box. I don't know where you even get one of these things from. We're going to clean that up because I always regretted actually not cleaning that. I know I didn't replace a lot of things in there. Didn't even paint them. I just shoved them in. But this thing I actually regretted. It actually annoyed me. So we might clean this one up. The next I want to get off these arms. Probably going to regret not taking this off, but I mean I can wedge it in my vise and get it off anyway. Should come off. Just like that. How are we going to remember which arm goes where now? That's what I want to know. You reckon that's still good? So I'm going to pull this all apart. It's literally that caked in crap. You can't even see anything. Loosen this one off. A few turns. And give it a good whack. There you go. So I cleaned up all my parts. Remember those bolts were black. Throwing all my bolts in a bucket of vinegar, we'll see if that does anything. So I'm trying to decide which struts I'm going to use. These are the originals that I just pulled out. And these are another set I got, but this one's been cut. This arm is, that is bent. That's meant to be straight. So I think we'll be using them ones. We're gonna attempt to put that brake kit on, which means we've got to pull all this apart, and I might even paint it. I'm getting soft. There's a nut in here, isn't there? I'm off surely. We've never done one of these before, but you know, how hard can it be? So we never needed to take these ones off. This is the time when a vise comes in handy. Then I'll make you get a strap and strap you to the, just maybe pull out these. Come out bearing. Stay there. Stay there. Alright. Now this is the vented disc. It does have a bearing. It's got both bearings. Oh. That fits, but it hits this. Sure, we can bend it. The caliper may not work with it anyway, I don't know. Now I'm trying to work which way the caliper goes, which way the bracket goes. This went right there. Oh, I don't know. So, a bit disappointing, but we're going to be running standard brakes, which is fine. It's what I was going to do in the first place anyway. Let's aim it over that direction. Go straight through my new toolbox, my helmets, everything. Anyway, that's alright. Better than the Maloo. Rather destroy the toolbox. There we go. Max power. Nothing holding it, and I still only have this crappy screwdriver. Am I missing something here? No, because that comes off. It'll be just there we go. Well seated. Keeping these. I don't care if they're wrecked. So I spent the last hour masking these up and working out how I'm going to paint them on this rainy day. We're just pulling the calipers apart to pieces. They're garbage, gonna have to rebuild them. Alright, so we painted them. They're looking good, and now we're going to destroy them by taking out the bearing. Maybe. I've done this one time, like, I don't even know how long ago. Too big. Alright, let's try number 2. Alright, this is all I got, so it needs to work. I'm scared that's gonna let go. Like that. Attempt number 3 of, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, I think that's working. Yeah, that's off. So this is what my life has become. So I'm sure you can see the big mess I've made here. I've been trying to pull the shocks apart. And if you look down here, you've got to put something in this pin and that pin to get it off. I didn't have anything, so we managed to make this. I drilled 2 holes in a shifter and put 2 of these things through it. And well, it works when I got 2 hands, and I managed to pull apart my shocks. So if you ever get stuck, this is where it's at. Just use a Chinese shifter like I did. Shit. Let's talk about Rx2 steering for a moment, and also just project cars in general. So when you're putting together something like this, you learn a lot about this type of vehicle. You buy the wrong parts, you buy things you work out you don't need, and all that sort of stuff, right? So this is what situation I'm in now. So I bought this. What's it called? That's the idler arm, I believe. That's the idler arm. So I bought this thinking I'll get one off a Capella, whatever. Didn't look at mine. So there's a difference between suspension and Capellas. Now what I've worked out is it's an early and late difference, but it's also a rotary and piston difference because of the exhaust. There's something on the exhaust, reactor of some sort. It's really big and it takes up a lot of room, and they use different steering components apparently. So lucky for me, this one's rebuildable. This would have never worked on my car, because if you see, this has this thread here and mine doesn't have a thread, it's on here. So that would have never worked. So rubbish. Lucky I can rebuild this one, new bushes here and there, and it'll be fine. So we'll get back to them. Now this piece here, beautiful, nothing wrong. Replace that bush here, goes there, all good. Ordered this arm, whatever this arm's called, I forget what this arm's called. Now you can see that is a different angle to that. That moves freely. This one does not. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. That one is going to be a mission. And that is also leaking from the seal here, so we have to replace this seal. Now yesterday was a massive journey trying to get, I keep calling them wheel bearings, but we know they're not wheel bearings. What are they? They're ball joints, the ball joints out of here. Getting the sleeve out, because the sleeve was left behind, was a massive mission on its own. Actually these ones were worse. These ones were a lot worse, but we got them out. The other problem I've had is these two bearings. We said bearings again. Ball joints. So Capella's come out with two different types of ball joints. These are the ones I bought, bigger type. These are the ones I need, smaller type. So we're waiting for those. Which means I'm stuck. So I did manage to find the tie rod ends. I'm probably going to reuse the centers. Whatever. They're probably better than the metal you buy today. They actually look alright. So that is looking good. And that's the end of Mazda Capella suspension 101. At least what I know. So my OCD's kicked in. I filed all the mating surfaces. I've still got to finish this one. And then I've been taping them all up like a crazy person. It's about to rain, but we're going to start painting. It's only a rattle can rebuild. I thought between coats, instead of waiting for paint to dry, we'll start on the rear. Alright, now for these wheels to fit, that's a 17mm tube socket. It's pretty small, 17mm. I don't have a rattle gun fitting for that. It's a bit smaller, so this is the only way I can get my wheels on and off. Well, I thought I could get them off. I reckon my wheels are going to fall off, guys, when I drive this thing on the road. Who are we kidding? We're never getting that far. Right, so we're going to take off this drum. I've never taken off the drum before. It said I can screw stuff into some holes, but I like crowbars, so everything else came off easy. Look at that just came off. I don't know if anything's going to fly out of here or whatever, but ooh, whatever that was. Is that any good? I don't know. We are going to use it though. Either that or the ones from the other diff. So I have one of these, whichever way it goes. Which looks the same. I think that should work. And then we've got some new shoes. So I brought over a number of things except for my clothes because I can't find them. So I'm going to try to pull out those spring looking things. Maybe the bottom one first. See, that came off. Something's happening. Bottom one. Top one. Alright. It's held on by some plate also. Not held on by anything anymore. So the shoes. What the hell are those things? They don't come out the back. Oh, they do. I could look at the book I've got over there, but that would just be too easy. Maybe this side. Can I see this light? I see what's happening here. See, I need the other pliers maybe. So can you see that? See, that side's open and that side's open. So if we hold this and we try and turn that, or try and turn the inside one of them's got to turn. I don't know which one. That's got to turn. There we go. So we'll do the same with this side. Stop that from turning. Stop that from turning and turn this one. Boom. We have shoes. And whatever the hell that is. And the top spring. So we're just gonna place these sort of how they came off. What the hell is that? That's the handbrake cable. Okay. I'm understanding. That's on a clip that comes off. These fall out. Remember that all these things, they fall out. We won't lose them. You know what? We are getting somewhere. Exactly what they mean when they say men don't look at instructions. And now we've managed to lose a 10mm. No, we haven't. Let's check if it's even a 10mm. It's definitely a 10mm. Yes, yes. And you know that's going to be a pain in the ass. You know. Why wouldn't it be? Looks like a 10mm. I do have brake line spanners, which are crap. I did buy some tools when we were younger. We didn't spend it all on parting, just most of it. Right, tighten, loosen. I feel like an idiot for undoing that first. That came undone. You are kidding me. You are kidding me. Sometimes I surprise myself. Wonder if any brake fluid's in there. There was brake fluid in the front calipers. We're gonna go bring something. Alright, now we don't have to worry about it dripping. Turning, turning. Oof, okay. Alright, looks like we bought something that fits. What do I do now? I've got to clean this crap. Let's get this off first. That's our shoe off. Alright, pull them out. They're going to go missing anyway. Pull them out. We've got to get some stuff. I've decided I'm just going to clean this area here up as much as I can. Hopefully that's alright. I'm going to touch up some black in here because there's some misses. These arms are going to get replaced and painted. I'm going to put the other arms on them because the bushes are better and I don't need to replace the bushes in them. What I really want to do is fix up this area. Paint in here, change the rear shocks and put all the new brake stuff on and where we need to be. So I'm just going to give it a little good luck. Try not to get the greaser everywhere. Oh no, this isn't great. I could have just shoved the stuff in though. Actually doing a lot more than I said I was at the beginning, so I'll clean this and I'll show you what it comes out like. So I cleaned it up as best as I could. I know it doesn't look that great, but it looks great from here. I'm going to do something that you're going to judge me on. I'm going to not even look at these wheel bearings. Well, that's it. That's exactly what I'm going to do. and just keep moving forward, keep building a car. So we'll take this plug thing out the back. That way. I got this thing on, I got the brake line on, I got the two 10mm bolts on. We're going to try to put the rest of it together. So getting this spring on is becoming really annoying. Yeah. I'm at the point where I don't know what I'm doing. I know there's spring pliers, but I don't have any of those. I feel like if this was in the right spot, it would be better. There we go. Look at that. That's all it was. So now that's all the way. You still need to get that in there. Oh, that might be in. Haha, you done it. It's also very crusty. At least now we know what we're doing. And that's a 12mm. We'll do this side. And hopefully it doesn't take as long as the other side, because we need to know what we're doing now. The other side, that's good. Oh, this one's been leaking, and I don't know, is that for balancing of some sort? Well, at least it's not rusty, I guess. And that there was failing from the beginning. All right. Remember the bolts that we put in the vinegar? Well, there's still more. I'm not finished yet, but I'm currently scrubbing them with a brush. Let's put some struts together. My new ball joints came, and we're going to try and put them back into these arms. I don't have proper stuff, so I just use giant sockets. See if that went all the way in. Yeah, that's all the way in. So this one here, which goes like this, is for there. So we'll put some Vaseline here. I'll put some Vaseline on my shafts. Sweet. Let's play with some wheel bearings. So I'm not going to clean the cross member. It's become part of the car now. Maybe one day. But I'm just going to clean where the actual bush goes. Put the nice new arm in. So when you put this on, you need to be aware of your torque settings. Now everything on this car is rattle gun type. You can't go wrong with rattle gun type. Then you want to get your big one in on the back side, because you won't get it in later. So make sure you get your big one in first. Big one goes towards the back. Bend this sort of straight. Make sure that is straight, because if you wreck this, it's really bad. I'm just going to give it a little. Beautiful. I know it's only rattle can, right? But that's the wrong way. I'm an idiot. If there's one thing I learned working on this car, lately anyway, is that some things you just can't get anymore. So I've been searching for discs for this car. This is the best disc I have. It's pretty horrendous. And I just can't find them. Bought and paid for from 2 sellers. Disc for a Capella. After I paid for them, they told me they don't have them in stock. I tried to buy another set today, and they didn't have them in stock. I even tried to buy them from a seller in England. He had a new set, but you go to buy them and he says out of stock. So for now, we're just going to put the backing plates on, and then we're just going to put the straight spindle on so I can get it rolling, because I need to move it forward so I can work on the back. That's why I haven't finished off the back. It is what it is, I suppose, but you just can't get parts for these cars anymore. I guess that's why they modify them so much. Because I'm thinking, like, for things like old Toyotas, you can still get stuff. This is an RX Mazda. Like, you'd think there'd be people that want them. Maybe it's just too much of a modified scene, the Mazda scene, to worry about non-vented solid front discs. I don't know. But we're going to keep trying. Hopefully we don't have to run that garbage down there. Great success. You're never going to believe it, but I put an ad up on Facebook Marketplace and a guy got back to me, and it took me $150 and $60 in tolls, 3 hours of my life, and I got a set of discs, which aren't the best, but they're better than what I have. And I took this one with me to the guy's house just to make sure they're the same. And that's just insane. Look at the difference in thickness. But anyway, we got discs. We cleaned up our discs as best we could. Cleaned up our bolts. We cleaned up our cap. We are going to use this one because it just needs to seal and it will seal. We're going to put all this back together. We're going to tighten that bolt at the back there and we're going to put the wheel on and drop the front. So I've got a bit of an issue, guys. I've run out of time. Tomorrow I've got to be up at 4 AM to go to work. I've got to have this garage cleaned and I wanted to have this car rolling, which means I've got to put this together enough to put a wheel on, which it's almost there now anyway. I've got to put the drums on the back. I've got to put the suspension in the back, get it on the floor, clean the whole garage, and I'm running out of time. It's like 9 o'clock at the moment. I want to be out of here by like 2:30. I've got my discs there, which will probably end up getting machined. But for now, we're just going to whack them on. Hopefully, I'll still find new discs. I'm hoping I do find new discs. Let's get this car on the ground, yeah? I want to see how it sits. That would be nice. That was the plan. Let's get all 4 wheels on it and see what happens. That looks about right, doesn't it? Currently, my jack stands are sitting on that diff and I don't think they're releasing the shock. I'm going to move the jack stands. If the shock comes out, I'll replace both sides. If I've got to start pulling out other stuff, they're going to stay there. I'm not even going to bolt it back in. Need to get it on the ground. I'm starting to get sick. Holy crap, I've got to move all this. Time for re-shocks. Double nutted. We'll get those off. I got the first nut off and it's being a pain, so we're replacing them. Just use a pair of vice grips. I don't know much, but I know that's pretty crusty. We're gonna have to clean the diff up one day, but today's not that day. Oh, Jesus. Now how does this bloody thing come out? Just hanging there. Is the top stuck in there? Yep. Should have undone those 3 bolts first. So lucky the guy gave us new ones of these. We've already undone the top of the driver's side. I don't have time for any of this crap. Let's try to put this one in. We have the assistance of Sue again. Thank you, Sue. Hopefully we can get this side in as easy as the other side.
You don't need lights, you can see them.
There's a button under there.
Do you want to try again?
Yeah. So it's like just a little bit like that. Like that, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, they're coming through, but push through. No, please.
It's because the top plate moves. It's got a wiggle like. This is what's happening so you understand. Alright, come here. You see how this is doing this?
Yep.
I need it to be like that, right? And what's happened is dropping down. So I can't push it up from my side.
Yeah, I get you. And I can't pick it up from my side. It's stuck in.
Alright, well I'm going to try hold it from the spring and do it again. Alright, let's go again. I'll try hold it from the spring because that'll keep it up, but... Oh, thank you, Sue. I'm on the last strut tower for the rear. Don't have time to clean bolts anymore. We're just going to put a bit of grease and send it. Probably be easier to use the jack, but I don't know. What can I use as a hammer? This is a good hammer. Adjusting my drums from the wrong side. I don't care, I just need to get the drum on. Finally, because that took forever. There's no locators now, so you just gotta get it in the right spot. And that is not the right spot. There we go. Almost forgot to tighten the rear shocks. left my struts a bit loose. But lucky you can get them with a rattle gun. Well, holy, that is slammed. Do you even have suspension? Holy shit. It's the next day. I'm sick as a dog. The capella's on the ground. I didn't make it to work. And I'm going to finish off the video here. Thank you very much for everyone who watched to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. This has been a massive learning experience for me. I didn't think getting parts for a Mazda Capella were going to be so hard. We're definitely going to have to take a look at the rear suspension, but I also remember that the boot is full of pretty heavy engine parts, so that might be one of our issues. And in the next episode, I'll plan on finishing the suspension, brakes, and everything else that needs to be done under this car, including putting in that petrol tank. We are going to order some parts, and I'll see you in the next episode.